What's up, Fabrication Nation? So, mentioned in last video that I wanted to make a sheet metal table. No more working off pallets. We're gonna do this legit, or halfway legit. This episode of the Fab Forums is brought to you by Metal Supermarkets, the convenience store for metal. Find a store near you by clicking the link in the description. I've actually had this material since October of last year. So if you guys watch the channel, you know that I was gonna move into a space that was like downtown Walhalla, which is the city near where I live. And it kind of fell through because of a leak in the roof. Well, I'd already bought all this material back then to make this table. That's how long this idea has been in my head. So now I get to do it, but in my shop, in my backyard. So this is it. It's basically, well, I don't know what it is. I guess it's like some kind of MDF or particle board, but it's got some kind of laminate on either side. And I felt like that would be really good to use as a sheet metal table for reasons of durability with the metal and it just being ultra slick. The thing that sucks was that I want to make a charging station for like all my power tools, camera equipment, drones, all that stuff, and I wanted to make it out of the same material, but I went back to Lowe's today and couldn't find it. So I don't know if they just don't carry it no more, or I don't know what the deal is. So regardless, I got one sheet. We're gonna make a sheet metal table out of it. Got a kind of an idea of how I want to do this. I don't know if it's the best idea, but I'm cool with it. to go. Sheet metal fab table. No more working on pallets. So a couple little features that I wanted to incorporate into this table. I wanted it to be a little bit lower than normal, just so it'd be easy to kind of work out in the middle of the space. I think it ended up being about 34 inches total height, which feels really good to me. So got that slick surface on the top, which I wanted. I think it'd be a little more durable. I took the router and kind of rounded that edge a little bit, make it a little easier on whoever's working right here. Probably gonna incorporate some kind of power at some point. So either gonna probably raise it up a little bit or something. And I wanted a shelf on the bottom for just scrap pieces of aluminum that were like half cut, or pieces that I was currently working on. I could tuck it up under there. It also makes for a great place to put the ram board. So if I got big chunks of ram board that I haven't used or I have used that I can reuse, they can go right up under there. With the rain coming, it's one thing about a barn roof. Which I like it. It just doesn't make it good for filming, but you can hear the rain. So everything's doubled up. It's basically like a 4x4. Double up post there. The only thing I thought about doing was put a center post in there on this back side, and then maybe even sheet this back side. Mainly just for the visual from over here. I mean, it's open, it's not that big of a deal, but I could just like see like a banner hanging on it, or I don't know, be like a billboard-ish. You could actually separate the space too. Like, that's pretty much the end of the fab section. Everything else is just gonna be open parking, I guess. So like this should be the end of it. And then it's just gonna be a big horseshoe. So you kind of come in, probably have my charging station right here. Toolbox, right? And then this is just all open. Well, there'll be a bead roller right there, but for the most part, this is the workspace. Just a big U-shaped workspace. Everything I need should be in that little section, other than what I'm using out here on the floor. I feel legit, like I got a sheet metal table. No more working off pallets. Anyway, as always, thank you for joining me. I'll see you guys some more this week. Go do work, son.